Here we are at Reims, which is basically an old abandoned racetrack somewhere around the Champagne area in France. The racetrack was 7.8 kilometers long and it had only 5 turns. In between those 5 turns there were 2 straights which were both more than 2 kilometers long. So it was a very top speed racetrack.
Simon and Taruffi are early casualties.
Alfa Romeo won 7 Grand Prix on this racetrack, and from 1932 until 1935 they won every year. The fastest lap time goes to an Italian man named Juan Manuel Fangio. In 1951 he drove one lap around this track in 2 minutes and 27.8 seconds, which is insane, and he did that in an Alfa Romeo. So it proves that Alfa Romeo knows how to build good sports cars. And this is their latest one, the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. And we are going to test drive this car all the way from here, well actually from Brussels this morning, all the way to Nice in southern France. It's a 1,200 kilometer drive, and what we can say from the route from Brussels to Reims here is that it's loud. See, it's quite loud, but you get used to it. After a while, after 2 days of driving this car on the highway, you get used to it. Also, it's relatively comfortable. It's hard, but the French highways are so smooth, so you don't have any back pain. In my opinion, the Spider looks even better than the standard 4C, and it's probably one of the few convertibles where the visibility out of the back actually gets better without the roof. And just as the standard 4C, the Spider doesn't have any steering assistance, which is great when you're driving fast and it gives you a lot of feedback. But as we found out in an underground parking garage, it isn't that fun. Welcome to day 2 of our little trip. Let's get inside, which won't be easy. Okay, so let me show you how you open up the roof. First of all, there are 2 small screws in the interior. Next up, you've got 2 hatches here and here, which you like that. That's one side. Now you have to get around. And do the same here, like this. And now you have to put that away in the boot. So to open up the boot, there's a hatch here, and you have to come around, open it with 2 hands because it's actually also the bonnet. And then you realize you have no space to put the roof. When you eventually do find a way to store the roof, the 4C becomes even more desirable and enjoyable. So the 4C Spider has the same engine as the 4C. It's a 1.7 liter 4-cylinder turbo, and it produces 240 horsepower, which is enough because the car only weighs around 900 kilograms, even with the roof off. just so much fun to drive. The 4C was already a lot of fun, but once you take the roof off, it's 10 times more fun. You hear everything, the turbo noise, the exhaust noise. It's great. The Alfa Romeo 4C Spider costs 73,200 euros in Belgium, which is exactly 10,000 euros more than the standard 4C. That's a lot of money, but in my opinion the Spider is worth the extra investment, because there are actually no downsides to the Spider compared to the coupe. There is a bit more wind noise, but the removal of the roof also means that the annoying drone that filled the interior of the standard 4C can escape. The 4C Spider is a typical Italian car, beautiful, loud, but far from perfect. Yet, when driving, the Alfa gets under your skin so rapidly that it's hard not to fall in love with it. Whatever the critics say, I enjoyed the 2 days with the 4C. The only sad thing is that it didn't last any longer.